Hi, good evening, everyone, wherever you are, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of our podcast. I also named now Good Side Manor. I'm your favorite, always the favorite, according to everyone who's listening and watching us, Dr. K. And I have my less favorite co-host, Dr.
Hey
Anthony.
guys, welcome to a new episode of our show. We're doing a quarterfinals of the World Cup episode. First of all, I want to thank everybody that is continue to support the channel. Also, I want to thank everybody for all the thoughts and concerns and all the wonderful messages we've been getting. So that's been really fantastic as the show continues to grow. I will start off, continue to thank the amazing co hosts of this World Cup. Canada did an amazing job. The United States did a great job to bring an amazing spirit to the game. And my favorite, mi gente, my people, Mexico, phenomenal job where you guys took care of people. People felt really, really at home from all I'm hearing. So that's really, really amazing. And of course, the hospitality you guys showed um, the team from Iran. I thought that was really, really cool. Anyway, so let's start with anything to say about yesterday's games or the last couple games in the
Well,
round of 16.
before um, we talk about that, I just want to piggyback on what you said. You forgot to mention the U.S.
I did.
U.S.
I said the US did a good job. I did. I mentioned that.
Thank you. So, it's really, really a good competition. I was talking to somebody about how they've made this like a good show business, like the way before every game, sing the national anthem of both teams, and each team will come out. It's a longer walk, and you're able to play the World Cup song. It's really, really nice. It gets everybody excited for the game. And of course, the hospitality has been wonderful. Just to Item again, big ups to Mexico, big ups to Canada
Canada.
for an amazing competition so far. And also, people have their reservations like in FIFA, but FIFA put this together. Big ups to them too. Big thumbs up. Of course, there'll be some controversy with VAR, controversy with the calls and so on. That's why we are here as pundits to talk about those. If everything goes well, we're not gonna have a job, right? So
No, I totally disagree. Totally
thank
disagree
you,
with you. I
FIFA,
think
for
you said thank you,
us the
FIFA.
best.
That is shocking.
Yes,
I think this tournament has happened in spite of FIFA halfway. I'll say half of the time, in spite of FIFA getting in their own way. The ticket prices were just
ridiculous,
ridiculous.
right?
Them putting the tickets on a third party website so they can make more money was
Yeah.
just uncalled for. Was just I mean they went out of their way to do almost unforced errors, things that they would do, like not getting the Somalian referee here when just the thing with Iran where you're just like it's not even fair play. And we're not even talk about what DT45 stepped in and did, which I think has done more damage to the integrity of the sport than Infantino even cares or knows about right now. Because that's all people were talking about was them rescinding the red card. Um,
I think
yeah, well, yeah. We could get on that. Okay, all right. But overall, it's a good tournament. I
yeah.
just think that it went off, and you're right. The American, the way they designed it this year, like I think we talked about it last time. The people from FIFA came and watched the Super Bowl. They understood what entertainment looks like from
Mhm.
the entertainment capital in sports, which is the United States,
Mhm.
and really has really borrowed and leaned into that really well to make it an entertaining event, not just for the people watching, but definitely for the people there. So they've done really well, and I think that the tournament has gone on in spite of FIFA and gone on without a hitch in spite of them. All right. So, what games? What games? Let's do this. Who are your winners and losers so far in the World Cup?
Well,
Just name a couple. Name two
losers.
winners. Let's start with losers or winners or losers.
Brazil was a disappointment.
Brazil. Brazil. Okay.
Brazil was a disappointment. We people expected more from Brazil. Pretty much England and Mexico was a toss up. England really surprised me because I thought they're not gonna go into the den of Viva Mexico to get a win, which they did. So that was shocking to me. And then, of course, the game Argentina and Egypt was a disappointment. So we could debate maybe that goal should have been counted or not, but that's by the way. How do you blow a two-goal lead 80 minutes into the game? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So those are debatable, but for me, it's just a Brazil that's a shocker.
Okay. I'll take Brazil, but then I'll also say Germany. Germany is another one that I felt like the amount of talent on display from front to back was really, really impressive. I just felt like some of those teams from Europe in a lot of those early games were just very nonchalant. Like they didn't want to get stuck in. That is like they wanted to win pretty. If we didn't win, we'll figure it out. We'll get to the third place game. And I think the way they did it this year, and again, I guess kudos to FIFA for making that third place ranking something so important that you could kind of get into. It was really late for them to try to rally. And I think some of those teams that traditionally would come on the field and lay their shirt down and say, oh, we are fill in the blank, right? Even Asian teams like Korea and Japan, what a disappointment they had. Like, absolutely disappointing cup. But I think Germany, for instance, was one of those. Netherlands was another one. It was absolute trash. When you look at the kind of talent they have on display to come away with not even making it to the round of like, but who you're playing with, the level of talent on the other side has changed. This isn't 10 years ago. This isn't even 12 years ago. You know what I mean? Because so many of the opponents are playing in the leagues that you're in as well. So I think I'll say those two are my biggest disappointments would be uh, Germany as well as Netherlands for not even making it out of group stage. I think that's just shocking. Yeah.
For Netherlands though, they played a very good team in round 32. That was Morocco. Morocco is a very good team. Morocco is in the quarterfinals right now. You know,
I'm sorry. Did Netherlands make it out of the group stage?
they went to round 32. So
They
they
did.
remember they play Morocco and
Oh, I'm sorry. Then okay. So then, which one of them didn't make it out? It was Germany, and who else didn't make it out of the?
Most of those big team qualify for, because they changed the module. So most of them made it to
Okay,
round
so sorry
32.
then. Okay, so then Netherlands, because I had Netherlands up there as a team that I thought was really going to do
Yeah,
well. I thought that Virgil van Dijk, their defense was literally three of the best
yeah.
10 defenders in the Premier League
It was
were
it,
the
yeah,
defenders.
it was Uruguay that didn't make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, but Uruguay, their coach stunk it up. Like he messed up that whole camp. Like the way that he did the camp, and everybody was complaining about that. Yeah, yeah. So
So what
wait,
what's
wait, wait, wait.
what's
But wait, you're sure Netherlands made it out?
yeah, Netherlands played Morocco in round 32. Morocco beat them, and Morocco played Canada
You're
in
right. Yeah, they did.
round
Yeah, you're
16.
right.
So
You're right.
what's your take on the red card that was
Which red
rescinded?
card?
What's your take
Which red card?
for Balogun?
I think that yes, it was a foul. I don't think he maliciously because he was off balance and he stuck his foot out, and I don't think it's a malicious red card. I agree that it shouldn't have been a red card, but I also agree that every single red card given this tournament, you go with the call. And I say this: the referee looked at it and VAR looked at it. So you had two different sets of officials that
Mhm.
looked at it and said, "We think this is a red card." So that says a lot. So it wasn't just a referee heat of the moment. He made a call. The fact that then it went to VAR, right, and then VAR. So that's another two sets of referees. Then the main referee looked at it. So I think that when you looked at it, referees could have been like, "Look, you know what? It was a foul. It was a hard red, but it wasn't malicious or intentional." And that I think this. But throughout the whole tournament, they haven't been receiving. They haven't been going back and rescinding red cards. Even though you're like, look, Mexico, the very first game, another co-host, they had a person sent off on a questionable red card, right? Where you like I mean, if you start down the slippery slope, you can go back and be like, you know what, we really didn't want a red card. Um, but I think once you started having pressure put on by our government, which is fundamental to the rules of FIFA, where they will disband a team from participating if the federal government or that government interferes with football at all. Like they've done it before, where they banned a team from because the government. For them to have that kind of pressure, where the White House called them three times, we don't know the deal that Johnny Infantino had to make, and we weren't in the room. We don't know what that calculus was, but you'd hope that he would understand that once I do this, it changes how people view the integrity of the game from now on. Because it wasn't just a red card; it was with the pressure of the host country president calling, which to me changes everything. In just my opinion, I think it just changes how everything was. Um, so then the second part of it is okay. So that's done. Does Mauricio Pochettino, who's not going to be, what is Pochettino going to stay for? He was only brought in for the World Cup. Does Mauricio Pochettino in that moment say, I have young boys and girls, or I have kids. I train young kids, and I train them between what's right and wrong, and we all know what's right. Balogun should definitely not have started, and the right thing would have been for you to have been like, you know what, not played him, because I think playing him, the energy that he brought, knowing that he shouldn't have been on there, I think it changed their whole dynamic. I think the whole way that thing went about changed the entire flow of that team. The backing that everybody was giving them, excited about Team USA, to where they just looked like they were under a lot of pressure, and it just showed. It really did show. But that's what I think about it. What do you think?
Well, I mean, just for our American audience that really don't watch soccer, it's like you. Let's just use basketball. It's like you saying that was not a free throw. That was not a foul, and you took points off the board because you didn't think it was a foul, because some person who was powerful called, and the game was over. You understand what I'm saying? The offense has been committed. You know what I'm saying? So going back to now say the intent. Nobody cares about intent. The rule of the game is the rule of the game. You get a red card, you're suspended for the next game.
And it was validated by two different sets of referees, not
You
two
know what I'm
Fs,
saying?
but two sets of referees.
That is the rule of the game. For you to now insert yourself and try to bend the rule to favor your country, then it messes up with integrity of the game. Okay, Kwanzaa got a record by England. Should the Prime Minister of England call and say you should rescind that? So I mean,
And
so
threaten the next Euro, which is going to be in the UK, and say, hey, look, we're going to make it very uncomfortable for people.
where do you draw the line? I felt, Infantino should have this because of the future of the game. You should have stuck your foot down and say, no, that's not how it works. And for you to now say you're suspending the suspension, it's a slap on everybody's face.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So because
Which,
the thing is, I mean, after this World Cup, there's still going to be competitions and competitions
yeah.
organized by FIFA.
And people are always going to believe is crooked,
Yeah,
and especially after what happened to Argentina the other night. And I think what the guy from what the coach from Egypt says lends credence a lot more now, right? So the coach from Egypt, I don't know if you saw at the end of the game, was saying it was all rigged. They want Messi to stay in the game, and he was like, "I'm not sugarcoating anything. FIFA, I'm not watching the World Cup. They were cheating. They want Messi to stay in the competition. The referees are all rigged." The resonance that now has after the day before what you guys just allowed
yeah,
carries a lot more weight. And that's what I'm saying. The selfishness of Johnny Infantino in that moment, to only think of that moment. But again, we weren't in the room. We don't know what deal he had to make in order to just placate. Um, but you would have hoped somebody there would have said, this is bigger than you.
yeah,
This is bigger than this moment. You have to think more than this moment. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And think about the integrity. And that's all so many football fans are going to think about every time they see Johnny Infantino, is just how disgraceful his moment was. And and everybody gets moments of courage, right? Everybody's going to be measured. You're going to have a moment in your career where you have to show some self courage, or who you are. And I think Infantino showed why people think FIFA is the most corrupt organization, and it makes sense that they would do something so incredibly corrupt for the whole world to watch. And it changed people's feel about the World Cup. People that follow football, like you just are like, now we're reminded of how corrupt FIFA is. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, all
Eh,
right. But other than that,
The thing is though, I mean, I'm just going out on a limb here. Every time this in person that inject himself into the thing, you remember the Knicks we showed up in the
I know, I
United
know,
States
I
lost.
know, I know. Game three, yeah.
Yeah, they put his thumb on this thing, and and the U.S. lost. I mean, anyway,
But the U.S. were probably going to lose anyway, even without.
you don't know that. I mean, Belgium
Belgium was there for the picking.
barely,
I agree, I agree. But if you're looking at it on paper, I know, but on paper, you'd have thought that Belgium were the better team on paper. But
I,
you just felt like the U.S. were coming.
I don't think so, because in this competition, remember in our last segment, Belgium was one of the underperforming team
Yeah, it
because
was. It was.
they barely
They
made it
started
any
off so slow.
better.
But they were so smart in
Yeah.
benching Kevin De Bruyne. I think
Yes.
Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, and Doku
Yeah.
create they have talent, but they create a dependency that slows down the game because they're so predictable what you're gonna do. Kevin De Bruyne is gonna pass it to Lukaku, Lukaku and to Doku. Doku's gonna do this. Doku's gonna do this. He's gonna do that, and then he's gonna dribble and then cross it, and whoever that defender is, the right center back is just gonna cut off that pass, and they do it again and again. Then they're gonna lob it in. I mean,
Yeah.
I think having different players on the field brought different kinds of attack that the
Yeah.
U.S. weren't ready. But the U.S. also hadn't played anyone.
And,
That defense was tested by Bosnia. Are you serious?
and
And
also
South and Australia.
and also I think the U.S. were kind of shell shocked because they were expecting Kevin De Bruyne to be there. They were expecting
Low ball,
be
and
there.
then Lukaku hold up the ball compared to this. Yeah,
You
the
know,
Van Hecken. Yeah.
now they have all these people that they don't know. They don't know how to defend them. But
So does Pochettino stay? Your opinion? Does Pochettino stay since we're talking about the U.S.?
it's not come back to EPL. Nobody.
So was Pochettino worth it?
Yeah, well, I mean, they brought him for this. Even Ancelotti, they brought. I mean,
Ancelotti's staying though. They said, but they've been wanting Ancelotti. They've been wanting Ancelotti for years. They've been wanting Ancelotti. I mean, so let me ask you, just humor me. Humor me. Jurgen Klopp is taking over Germany from what all reports are, right?
good pickup. Love it.
Yeah. If a particular coach that used to coach in Barcelona and that used to coach in Germany decides to take over the US team because he loves the US.
Oh please,
Wait, just entertain me here.
Pep, no.
No, I know. I think for the US that would be a you roll out the red carpet and you give Pep 5, 10 years to create a you don't think so? Okay. I think it would be great for the team USA. I think Pep is waiting for the Spanish team,
No,
but then
no.
if you go to the Spanish team, what do you win? They always win. What's the challenge?
But that's Pep though. Pep goes where he can win.
Hey, watch yourself.
Wait, wait,
Watch
wait,
yourself. He's the dear leader. Watch
wait,
yourself.
wait, wait.
Watch yourself.
Wait, the thing is though, Pep wants to buy and win now. Okay, and when you're coaching the country, there's no buying. You got to use the talent you got, and I think the U.S. when it comes to soccer, they're still I think couple of decades behind everybody else. You know,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like you look just look at that Belgium U.S. game. It just shows difference in quality of players. You know what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
mean, at some point, your enthusiasm can take you thus far, but the quality of your players will take you further, and then that's what we're saying. Look at the last 8 teams. France, Morocco, Spain, Belgium, Norway, England, Argentina, Switzerland. They're probably one of the best teams in the world. Best teams in the world. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, out of that 8, I don't see anyone that will be
I
like,
know.
oh, it should not have been there.
Object. I'm going to 100% disagree with you, and I'm gonna start with the U.S. comment.
Okay.
Landon Donovan was on a podcast the other day, and I read where he explained that the average cost for a kid to play soccer, organized soccer in America is so expensive. And you know this, right? That is so expensive that you have to pay coaches, you have to pay AAU, you have to pay for that. That you have to make, I think minimum was like on average, it was like 100 and something thousand household income on average. So the kids whose parents make 50,000 and below, which is the majority of Americans,
The,
they
bas-
can't afford to put their
the
kids.
basketball and
Wait,
football.
because guess what? A basketball gym is anywhere, right? Football gym, you know what I mean? So they were saying that America's missing out on so much talent for kids whose parents don't make 50,000 or 100,000, right? And can't play the AAU and those circuits and
Mhm.
and now all those soccer things, those leagues are now owned by private equity, which is if you look at if you go research it, you're like, wait, private equity owns these things? Yeah. So they're saying that the American kids that could play, that have talent, they can't afford to play, right? So let's go there. My comment about your comment when you're talking about, do you think Switzerland is a good team? No.
Yes, it is a good team.
Okay. So we disagree. I think Switzerland is a decent team. I don't know if they should be the quarterfinals, but they're there. Do you think Norway, who again,
So you think
remove Erling Haaland,
team?
just a second, remove Erling Haaland from Norway, right? And you're telling me you think that Norwegian team is one of the best in the world? Just remove Haaland for a second. You think that Norwegian team on any given day is one of the best in the world?
Well, you cannot remove the best player.
Okay.
It's
Even keep
like
Haaland. Okay.
it's like
Even
saying you remove LeBron James from the Lakers. LeBron James is the Lakers. Norway
okay.
is, because the thing is, Helen Hallen is
Erling Haaland
is probably one of the one of, I'll say the best two or best three player in the world right now,
right now.
playing number
Well,
nine.
definitely one of the one or
You
two
know,
best strikers in the world.
playing number
Absolutely.
nine. So having him on your team, he's going to score.
Yeah.
You know he's going to score. I mean, it can finish. He has speed. So I mean, okay. So which team should have been there? Okay, they played.
Brazil. No, Brazil.
They played better. Brazil
They
didn't
play
want
better than
to.
Brazil.
You
But
understand?
and
So
Brazil looked like they were just arrogant, cocky, and just were waiting like they could turn it on at any time. And I still think again, Ancelotti made a mistake in bringing Neymar over Pedro, the number 9, because I think in that game they needed somebody up front that could head the ball, that could hold up ball, and that's what the kid from Chelsea. What's his name? Jao Pedro. That's his
yeah,
name.
Pedro. Yep.
I think Jao Pedro would have really changed the dynamic of that team because he could have played off of Vinny. I
Hmm.
think having a false 9, whatever rubbish they were trying to do,
Yep.
was just it made Brazil look incredibly ordinary. All they wanted to do was do their leg overs and look for hero ball. I
Okay.
mean, you're depending on Casemiro.
Okay. Look at their schedule in this World Cup. They played Morocco 1-1. They beat 80, which they don't have a
Sadie.
team, and they play Scotland 3-0. They play Japan, which Japan scored first. They came from behind to beat Japan in that game. You know what I'm saying? And when they met a real team, it
It was
showed.
disciplined, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like, like that's I love Cape Verde. You understand?
Cabo,
Yeah,
brother, yeah,
Cape
beautiful team.
Verde, I love them. But if Cape Verde had beaten Argentina, that's what I mean. That the teams here now, I mean, will you rather watch Cabo Verde and Switzerland,
Oh
or you
yeah.
rather with Argentina and in Switzerland? That's what I mean. Like England and Norway is 50-50. I can't call it. Argentina.
But you'd have loved to see Brazil versus England.
Well, I mean,
Yes, yes, yes.
it,
Don't
it,
even.
it, will,
They
it,
sell out.
will, it, it will still be a good game to watch. No, what do you mean by Argentina and England? What do you mean? Like, okay, you're talking about, okay, if Brazil had won,
Brazil. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Brazil and England. Sorry.
it's gonna be because Brazil has stars. You can't deny that Brazil has one of the most talented after France. Every position there's a superstars, but they don't play as a team.
Yeah, they don't.
You
They
understand what
don't.
I'm saying? So I mean, it's gonna be a good highlight. Oh, Brazil playing England and stuff is gonna be good. But I mean, Norway beat them, and it wasn't even close. Norway played better.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, all right, let's.
Let's go to the picks.
Yep.
You're not been doing so well with these picks. I've really been winning so well. By the way, shout out to Ezekiel who I spoke to. Ezekiel was gonna come on the show, but his baby, but his babies had their immunization shots today, so they were a little cranky. So otherwise, he was gonna come, and he says he's got you with the Bartesian. He said he didn't forget. He knows he owes you a Bartesian for his reckless Chelsea pick, but shout out to him. Uh, I'm just telling. I'm just saying he's a Chelsea fan. But wait. By the way, what do you think of these? Chelsea just sold a player
I
today. But then they
know.
bought another guy. They sold a guy
50
for
million.
16 million.
Yep.
So, what do you as a Man U fan? What are you buying? Who is this kid?
You know Santos. That's one of Chelsea's rising stars. It's really good. It's really good. Santos is really good. I'm telling you.
They bought him for 15 million. They bought him for 15 million and sold him for 50.
50.
50. Yeah, they bought him for 1.5.
Yeah.
Chelsea, in my opinion, is a business that happens to play football. They're legitimately a business that
Yeah.
happens to be like, oh yeah, we play football on the
Bro,
weekends. But yeah, okay.
it's a goodbye because quickly before we go to the picks, because I mean for Manchester United, we need help in the midfield. Like if this guy gets injured, I think Santos can play defensive midfield and he can play box to box. So
Box to box
like you want to
with
rest.
Ederson,
Yeah,
with Mano, with him.
so you need that core midfield player, and
I
it's
agree.
really. But my problem is it gets injured. Like typical
He's
Chelsea.
probably injured on the way there.
So that's.
Probably on the way there to go sign it, he'll be like this.
But it is so he's young though. He's like maybe 21 or 22, and isn't
Yeah,
it
but he's
Brazilian or
Brazilian.
something?
Yeah, he's Brazilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
I know how you love those Brazilian players.
I know it's fine. We got in two now. We got into one. We're getting two. That's
All right.
better.
All right, let's go. All right,
France,
let's go.
Morocco.
First, oh,
Fran-
France.
France,
France all
Morocco.
day. France.
But people slip up on Morocco, man.
I'm not slipping up
Morocco's
on
the
Morocco. I just
top
don't think Morocco
four.
has enough talent to handle that. And
It's
I think Mbappe is going to want to do something to his friend Hakimi. I think he's going to want to do something to that boy. I think he's going to want to do something to him. I think it's going to be a let me show you something. Yeah, since you guys want to win 2 Ballon d'Or since I left, let me show you something. Yes. Sorry, win 2 Champions League since I left, let me show you something. Yeah.
well, the thing is though, I mean, I can't bet against France. I think France is probably going to win it all. But
France and Spain is what I'm looking forward to.
yeah, but they're probably going to play in semifinals. So,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
but if even that, let's go ahead of ourselves. Even Spain, France, Spain slows the ball down so much. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and I think the speed of France up front is too much for Spain. So I mean that's why I'm thinking.
Do you know what I want to see if they play? But if they play, hopefully we'll have to do a show before then. I want to see Cucurella versus Dembele. I want to see that matchup because I think you're going to get a lot. And then you're going to have Cancelo on the other end versus Mbappe. You're going to get some defenders versus attackers that you're
Yep.
going to want to see that. But I
Mhm.
definitely would love to see Dembele go
Interesting.
up against. Oh yeah, it's going to be. But anyway,
Uh,
we're ahead of ourselves. That might not
well,
even
I mean,
happen.
I think Morocco is going to give it a fight, but I think France has so much firepower. I'll pick France.
Okay. All right. The next game. It sounds like we're both picking Spain over Belgium. Okay.
Man, of
All
course.
right. England, Norway. Erling Brot Holland. I go with England.
Oh,
I go with England. I think you have 2 players that know how to play against Erling Holland. And I think
yes.
you have Gerald Kwanzaa and you have Mark
And
Gahey
yeah, my gay, so they know.
that play against him a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's not like Brazil where he can just jump in the box. I don't know. And then quietly, Jordan Pickford has been having a fantastic World Cup.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think he's been having a phenomenal World Cup where he's been saving England with some saves.
But Jordan Pickford is a good. It's a
I
good
know, but
goalie,
but
but
he
he
is.
plays in a shitty team. That's
I
all.
know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you take Jordan Pickford and put him on Real Madrid, he would fit, or
Yes.
Barcelona. He
Yes.
would, or.
Yes.
Let me ask you. I'm just saying this. I know he doesn't watch. President Khalif over at PSG. If you put Jordan Pickford on that team that makes mistakes,
Yeah.
but they need a goalkeeper because
Mm-hmm.
their goalkeeper was the only thing that was suspect for them going. Jordan Pickford is a phenomenal
Yes.
goalkeeper.
He's a
He is
fantastic
really
goalie, man.
fantastic goalkeeper. Like you said, he just happens to play for Everton. If he has any
Yeah,
sense, he would
because
leave.
and so I mean, just imagine you get good, decent, center back in front of you. You're good. I mean, he's good on his feet. He
Jordan
doesn't make
Pickford
stupid
has been
decisions.
balling,
Yeah,
balling,
yeah. I mean,
balling. I mean, literally
I'm
balling.
not surprised after this World Cup if he goes to another team. I will not be surprised.
Wait, I mean, but hopefully he leaves England. I
Huh?
mean, hopefully he leaves England.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, wait. What's this? Sorry, we're about to go off topic for a bit. Does he go to Aston Villa? Would it be an upgrade to go to Aston Villa?
no. Why would he go to Aston Villa? No, no.
Aston Villa's in Champions League.
It doesn't matter. Then what's going to happen next year? They're going to be back where I mean, if I'm Jordan Pickford, right? I need to go to. It's not even.
International.
I can go to Chelsea. I can go to Chelsea. Chelsea's a big club. You
Yeah,
understand?
but Chelsea, yeah.
They're not.
To all our Chelsea, I know, but to all our Chelsea fans, they're gonna be playing as much Champions League as you and I.
I know nothing. I am playing, but you said something I wanted to correct. You don't know Jordan Pickford might be watching. You don't know.
No, that I'm not Jordan Pickford. I'm looking at is President Khalif.
Khalif. Oh, you never know.
Khalif of
You
P.
tag him and say, "Hey,
Nah, I've been reaching out to him. I've
you
been
rich
on his
guy say I
LinkedIn.
know."
Like,
Okay.
yo, bro, holla. I kind of want to talk to you about something else. I want to talk to you about something else. But anyway,
All right. No,
we
no way,
digress.
man. I mean, yeah, I think Gahey can handle Erling Haaland. I mean, I think England has more firepower. I don't, I
Kwanzaa.
don't, I don't.
Where's the respect for Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa's been playing his ass. Gerald Kwanzaa's been playing really well this World Cup for England.
Which one?
Kwanzaa
Kwanzaa.
next to
Oh,
Gay.
okay, okay. I thought you were talking about Kwanzaa, the one that got the red card.
No, Kwanzaa, the one that no Gerald. Yeah, Kwanzaa. No. He plays for Leverkusen. Used to be Liverpool. No, I'm talking about what's his name? That's his name, Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa for that place. I
England.
know you're talking about Kwanzaa.
Yeah, no, I mean he's just been a steady rock back there.
Yeah.
He literally has been okay. All right.
England for me.
Who are you going with? England. Okay, and then the last game.
Argentina and Switzerland. Argentina for me.
All right,
Yeah.
and so then if
They
we
want
don't,
Messi to win. They're gonna do everything they can
they're gonna do
to
everything. They're gonna do
get
everything.
Messi to
They're gonna
win.
do
So
everything.
I think Argentina to win.
So are you? Were you the one that told me? Were you the one that told me about the referees for the game for France? They're all from Argentina.
No.
The referees that were selected are from Argentina for the Morocco France game. I don't know why France is dumb and doesn't just say that's not gonna happen. If I'm France, I'm gonna be like, nah, that's not gonna happen. No, you need to find me some referees from Germany. Find me some darn referees from Uzbekistan, even that idiot again, but not from Argentina. Can you imagine? Like, why would they even think that's appropriate?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, why is the refereeing team, from what I'm hearing, is it's all Argentinian, and I think France should be like, no, absolutely not.
It's too late now. The game is tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
You know what? Maybe their president can call Johnny
Can't call.
Infantino
Can't call. Can't
and
call.
then just be like, hey, you know what? We know blah blah blah. Fill in the blank. Okay. All right. So sounds like that's our show, boys and girls.
Yep.
Appreciate you for listening. All right. We'll see you in the what would that be? Semifinal.
And semifinals. And
All right. Let's go England. Viva France. All right.
Viva
All right.
France. La France. All
All right.
right.
All right. Bye.